In Sudan, at least 30 people have been killed and 70 injured in shelling by the Rapid Support Forces paramilitary group. The attack happened in a crowded market in the city of Sennar on Sunday. It came a day after Sudan's foreign ministry rejected the UN's call for a peace force to protect civilians. It's the latest attack in a conflict that broke out in April last year between the Sudanese army and paramilitary soldiers. Al Jazeera's Hiba Morgan is in the Sudanese capital, Khartoum. Hiba, tell us what you've been able to learn about the attack and its aftermath.
Well, we were able to speak to local sources in the city of Sennar, and they say that more than 70 people have been injured as a result of the artillery strikes that were launched by the paramilitary rapid support forces in the main market. Now, that happened on Sunday afternoon, and they say that at least 30 people were killed. But they say that many of the 70 people are in critical conditions because of the shrapnel that hit civilians as a result of the artillery attack. Now, this is not the first time that the RSF is firing artillery into civilian areas. Here in the city of Durman, in the capital Khartoum, the RSF has been firing artillery on a near daily basis for the past month, with civilians killed in the past week. The Sudanese Ministry of Health here in Khartoum says that at least 26 people have been killed, civilians have been killed in the past week due to artillery strikes by the paramilitary rapid support forces on civilian areas. Of course, despite the fact that the United Nations Human Rights Commission says that a peacekeeping force should be in place to protect civilians, the fighting continues. While the political parties welcomed the call for a force to protect civilians here, the government rejected that, and airstrikes by the Sudanese government continues. In the early hours of Monday, the army launched several airstrikes against positions of the paramilitary rapid support forces in the city of Al-Fashir. That's the last remaining army stronghold. The RSF in the past days has also been firing artillery strikes on the city with civilian casualties reported. So while the United Nations has called for a peacekeeping force to protect civilians, fighting continues. Airstrikes, according to the RSF, continues to kill civilians in the Darfur region, and artillery strikes by the RSF into civilian areas here in the capital Khartoum and in the city of Sennar continues to cause deaths among civilians.
Hiba Morgan reporting from the Sudanese capital, Khartoum. Thank you very much.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.